and Melanie. Ashleigh's sister, I think. Ashleigh's sister.
Please be seated. Who gives this woman to marry this man? Aaron, over here. Will you help her out? The moment I heard my first love story, I began seeking you, not realizing the search was useless. Lovers don't meet somewhere along the way. They're in one another's souls from the beginning. A soulmate is someone with whom we feel profoundly connected, as though the communicating and communing that takes place between them were not the product of intentional efforts, but rather a divine grace. And so it would go for you and for you. We were not seeking, and yet we found. not needing, and yet we received, different, and now one. My love reaches out to you, and your love to me. Dear family and friends, we've been called together before God to celebrate this evening an act of deep love. We're gathered so that this man, Aaron Jeffrey Boria, and this woman, Ashleigh Ryan Williams, may be united in marriage. Marriage is the ultimate commitment to love, to share, to trust, and to grow with another person. Therefore, it is not to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently, discreetly, and with sincerity. This ceremony and this celebration reflect Aaron and Ashleigh's commitment to a love that has been growing between them for so long now. But it is also their commitment to all of you who know them and who love them. By inviting you here to bear witness to their vows this day, they have chosen to take you with them on the first step of their new journey now as husband and wife.
Aaron and Ashleigh wish to extend their gratitude that so many took time to share this day with them. You have come here to share in this formal commitment they are making to one another, to offer your love and support to this union, and to allow Aaron and Ashleigh to start their married life together, surrounded by the people dearest and most important to them. Without you, their lives and their wedding would be incomplete. So welcome to one and all. Aaron and Ashleigh, thank you for your presence here today, and now ask for your blessing, encouragement, and lifelong support to their decision to be married.
We give thanks for the love that has gathered us together in this place, and especially for the beautiful, heartwarming love that Aaron and Ashleigh have chosen this day to consecrate in marriage. For you, our bride and groom, we ask every blessing of this moment, a confirmation of the wisdom of your choice, great happiness on this path that has been set before you, discretion, kindness, and care as you walk upon it, strength to live out your purpose, grace and peace for each step of your journey, and beloved family and friends to support you, much as they have been supporting you from the very beginning.
As a longtime friend of Aaron and Ashleigh, my story begins at Aaron's first apartment. This apartment was a converted motel with air that leaked in through the windows even when they were shut. Aaron, Ashleigh, and I decided that we were going to cook chicken tacos for dinner. I was very new to cooking at this time, and pretty much everything I could cook well I'd learned from Aaron. So, in one pan we had hot oil, and we were making taco shells on the tortillas. In the other pan we had chicken cooking in water and taco seasoning. They put me in charge of making the taco shells and watching the chicken while Aaron and Ashleigh prepared the vegetables. After a while, Aaron walked by the stove and said, "Dan, add some water." Pretty simple request, right? I, being very new to cooking, filled up a glass of water, but I wasn't sure which pan he was referring to. I looked at the chicken, and it was still kind of bubbling, and it looked okay to me. Being too prideful to ask which pan he was referring to, I decided that it was the pan, the one with the steaming, hot, boiling oil, that I should add water to. As I tilted the water, I felt a keen sense of sharp attention, like that feeling you get when someone's looking at you. Before I let the water exit the glass, I looked up to the horrified look on Aaron's face. It indicated that I had decided to add the water to the wrong pan. After that, we cooked the remainder of the meal and ate it together. The tacos were amazing. Eating that amazing meal was when I knew that these two were meant for each other. And I'm honored to be here today for this special occasion.
So you would share 9 or so more years of meals and merriment, much mischief, and I'm sure a few more mishaps. Through it all, you trusted and shared, and you grew. And you came to realize that the other knew you like no one else ever would, and loved you like no one else ever could. When we love in this way, we see things that other people just don't see. To see with loving eyes is to know inner beauty, and to be loved is to be seen and known by another as you've been known by no other. Let the story now continue, this time through Aaron's eyes. All summer, Ash had wanted to go to Traverse City for a short weekend. At the time, I was in the process of buying her engagement ring, which, because of her very selective and exquisite taste, was being custom made. 2 separate jewelry stores were consulting with each other to complete the task, and because of that, it took longer than normal, and the date of completion kept getting changed. Ash started to think I didn't want to go, and was giving me a hard time for never wanting to take a vacation. Little did she know that proposing to her that summer in Traverse City was the plan all along. Unexpectedly, the store called, and the ring was done short of the 3rd estimated date. I called Ash at work and told her that we were going to Traverse City in 2 days. Now she's wondering, where's the fire? I called her mom and told her I wanted to have coffee with her and Ash's dad. Now, you can't fool Mom. She knew right away what was going on. I met with both her parents the day before the trip. He says, I feel very close to them and could go to them with anything important, but no matter how comfortable you are with someone, this is a slightly awkward conversation. At least it was for me. I asked them for their blessing, and they gave it. Ash and I drove up to Traverse the following day. I was nervous the entire trip, but she says I hit it well. We went to a winery once we arrived, and there I was able to indulge in a few samples to calm my nerves. When we got back to the hotel, we found a park across the street that had a path to Lake Michigan. We grabbed 1 bottle of wine that we had just bought and took it to the lake. On the way there, I was nervous about her seeing that ring box I had put in my left pocket, so I kept Ash to my right. To more fully set the scene, the path to the lake was rotting wood laid on top of a muddy swamp. In yet another awkward moment of being afraid she would notice the ring on my hip, I accidentally knocked her off the bridge. He caught me, she says, before she hit the swamp. We made it to the lake, and I don't think you've ever been so happy to get a bottle of wine cracked open in your life. Ash was going on about how pretty it was there and how we should take some video. Ash took my phone and had no idea she was about to tape her own proposal. I took a knee and addressed her formally and asked her to marry me. She said yes immediately. Tears and all, I could tell she was truly happy. And Ash, so was he. It is such a precious gift when another human being wants us, wishes to share their life with us, accepts us without qualification or reservation, not as perfect, but as human with both strengths and weaknesses. Marriage, therefore, offers not a promise of perfection in each other, nor a guarantee of protection against the world. Marriage is simply a promise. It's a promise of hope between 2 people who love each other, who trust that love, who honor one another as individuals in their togetherness, and who wish to share a future together.
In the words of Edmund O'Neill, marriage is a commitment to life, the best that 2 people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other relationship can equal. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A wife and a husband are each other's best friend, confidant, mentor, teacher, listener, and critic. And there may come times when one partner is heartbroken or ailing, and the love of the other may resemble the tender caring of a parent for a child. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. Marriage is a promise, a potential made in the hearts of 2 people who love each other and takes a lifetime to fulfill.
As you join now in marriage, you say each to the other, I will love you for all of my days and for the rest of my life, through the thick and the thin, through the difficult and the easy. No matter what, I will always be there for you. Will you step over to your unity wine table, please? And Aaron, I would ask that just as you did on the night of your proposal, would you pour a glass of wine, one for you and one for Ashleigh? And would you please raise your glasses, and as I speak, look into the soul of the other through their eyes. With your sweet soul, this soul of mine is merged as water does with wine. Who can part the water from the wine, or me from you when we combine? You have become my greater self. How can smallness limit me? You've taken on my being. How shall I not take on yours? Forever you have claimed me, that forever I may know that you are mine. I invite you to take your first sip of wine, and with it a promise to share together all the future may bring, for now you belong together for the rest of your lives. And if I may speak once more on your behalf, Ashleigh, to you this day from Aaron, I promise a promise. I promise to take you to my heart as you are and as you will be. Your joy will be my joy. Your sorrow will be my sorrow. I promise to you my life's labor, my trust, and my friendship. We shall grow together and be more in love every day. I will be sanctuary. I will be warmth. I will be acceptance. And you will be my own. In marriage, I promise to give you the best of myself and ask of you no more than you can give. I promise to respect you as your own person and to realize that your interests, desires, and needs are no less important than my own. I promise to share with you my time and my attention and to bring joy, strength, and imagination to our relationship. I promise to love you in good times and bad, with all that I have to give and all that I feel inside, the only way I know how, completely and forever. I invite you to share another sip of wine now, and may your partnership of marriage double the sweetness of life and have its bitterness. Aaron, to you from Ashleigh, I accept this promise, and I return it with my own. I stand with you as companion and friend. I promise you my life's devotion, to grow closer and share everything in life. Our joys will be doubled and our sorrows halved because they will be shared. I will be strength, I will be light, I will be hope, and you will be my own. In marriage, I promise to keep myself open to you, to let you see through the windows of my world into my innermost fears, feelings, secrets, and my dreams. I promise to grow along with you and to be willing to face changes in order to keep our relationship alive and exciting. I promise to love you in good times and in bad times, with all that I have to give and all that I feel inside, in the only way that I know how, completely and forever. I would say to you that even though these promises are made in a matter of minutes, marriage is a commitment to spending a lifetime together. So as you take your final sip now of wine, may the bond of sweetness and strength be formed between you that will sustain you today, tomorrow, and forever.
Aaron and Ashleigh, marriage is falling in love with the person you are marrying today, and falling in love with them again for who they may become tomorrow. As time does pass, remember that. Love is what marriage is all about. Love is being happy for the other person when they are happy, being sad for the person when they are sad, being together in good times and being together in bad times. Love is being honest with yourself at all times and being honest with the other person at all times, telling, listening, respecting the truth and never pretending. Love is an understanding so complete that you feel as if you are a part of the other person, accepting the other person just the way they are and not trying to change them to be something else. Love is the freedom to pursue your own desires while sharing your experiences with the other person, the growth of one individual alongside the growth of another individual. Love is knowing that the other person will always be with you regardless of what happens. Love is the source of security. Love is the source of life.
It is in this spirit and for this purpose that you've come today to be joined. So now in the presence of your family and your friends, I ask, Aaron, will you take Ashleigh to be your wife? Will you grow with her through good times and hard times as her partner in life, her very best friend, and her one true love? Do you promise to give the best you can to fulfill your lives together, that you will be the joy to her heart and food for her soul? And do you promise to love her as her husband with all your heart, completely and forevermore? If so, please answer, I do. Ashleigh, do you take Aaron to be your husband? Will you grow with him through good times and hard times as his partner in life, his very best friend, and his one true love? Do you promise that whatever happens, he will not walk alone, that you'll stand by his side and sleep in his arms? And do you promise to love him as his wife with all your heart this day, completely and forevermore? If so, please answer, I do. Given your mutual desire to be joined in matrimony, Aaron, I invite you to repeat your vows of marriage after me. I, Aaron Jeffrey Boria, take thee, Ashleigh Ryan Williams, for my lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live. Ashleigh, I invite you also to repeat your vows of marriage to Aaron. I, Ashleigh Ryan Williams, take thee, Aaron Jeffrey Boria, for my lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, for as long as we both shall live. You marry with the wedding ring, the traditional symbol of the promises binding two people in marriage. It's the promises themselves that are important, but the ring is a physical and an eloquent reminder of the ties that cannot be seen by human eyes. Let them forever remind you that your love is genuine and your acceptance of one another is real. Aaron, as you place this ring on Ashleigh's finger, would you repeat after me? This ring has no beginning and no end, and neither shall my love for you. Today I am so proud to call myself your husband. And Ashleigh, I want you to know, I thank you for being my wife. Ashleigh, as you place this ring on Aaron's finger, would you please also repeat, Aaron, I give you this ring, my personal gift, and my personal promise of love and trust, and pride that you are my husband, and I am your wife. Spirit of love and truth, bless these rings, and let them be to Aaron and Ashleigh symbols of their eternal love, their everlasting friendship, and the promise of all of their tomorrows.
Aaron and Ashleigh, you have given each other the most precious gift of love. Love is an all-encompassing passion, an extreme strength, and overwhelming excitement. Love is understanding each other, listening to each other, supporting each other, having fun with each other. Love is not an excuse to stop growing, not an excuse to stop making yourself better, not an excuse to lessen one's goals, not an excuse to take the other person for granted. Love is something to be cherished, nurtured, and cared for. Treasure it, nurture it, and encourage it with all the honesty you use in creating it. Be able to forgive, do not hold grudges, and live each day that you may share it together. Make each day a blessing and a fulfillment of your dreams. Fulfill the circle of love that now makes you one. Let us pray. Lord, help us remember when we first met and the strong love that grew between us, to work that love into practical things so nothing can divide us. We ask for words both kind and loving, and for hearts always ready to ask forgiveness as well as forgive. Dear Lord, we put our marriage into your hands. Amen.
Out of this whole world, these two souls have found each other. Their destinies shall not be woven into one design, and their perils and their joys shall not be known apart. Nourish their minds with wisdom, enrich their hearts with love, and feed their souls with peace. Give them the courage and the inspiration to honor joyfully the wedding vows that they have made here today. Aaron and Ashleigh, as you enter now into the days of your togetherness, hold to one another, remembering that love, trust, and forgiveness are the foundations of marriage. Wake up each morning and be thankful for each other. Enjoy moments of quiet and peace when each day is done, safe and warm in the other's arms. Never take for granted these moments that you will share, because they come only once and then they're gone. May the coming years bring you ever closer, and may the love you feel for each other right now be sacred and be eternal. Aaron and Ashleigh, you've come this day before us to be joined and blessed in these eternal promises of marriage. You've opened your hearts to one another, declared your love and commitment, and have united yourselves with the giving and receiving of rings. Therefore, with the joy and blessing of all present here, and by the power vested in me, I now pronounce that you're a husband and wife. Aaron, you may kiss your bride. He says, are we still up here? I have one more thing to do, and then you may be out there. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, such a pleasure to introduce to you as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Aaron and Ashleigh-Boria.
You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play it cool, but it's kinda cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. You're a carousel, you're always around, and you end me up when you run away. You're a mystery, you're from outer space, You're every minute of my everyday. And I can't believe that I'm your man, and I get to kiss you, baby, just because I can. Whatever comes our way, I will see it through. And you know that's what all love can do. And we're in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me say you're every line, you're every word, you're everything.